Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Friday, March 28th. Following a departing cold front this morning into Wyoming, we're looking at a cooler and unsettled pattern returning into the weekend and into early next week as several systems from the Pacific move into our region. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Again, behind that departing cold front this morning, mix of rain and snow out there to start off the day further east. We are going to see daily precipitation chances continue into next week. And what this means is some cooler temperatures supporting a mix of rain and snow, particularly as we head into the weekend, with gusty winds peaking during those afternoon hours. We're looking at two main systems moving in over the next 5 days. Some showers today, trending into our next system tonight into the weekend, and a second system following a break later in the day Sunday, moving in Monday into Tuesday. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery for you this morning. As you can see, that well-defined cold front, some isolated thunderstorms possible on the edge of that, but we're just seeing mostly rain and snow showers with that band. As it shifts east, as you can see, clearer skies building in from the west. But with that, we are also seeing some dust building in behind it. So we are seeing with some stronger winds helping to kick up some dust, and that's shown here in some of those pink colors that are working in to the Central Mountains, Magic Valley, Snake River Plain area this morning. So not a whole lot of impacts expected from that, but certainly if you see some hazy skies out there this morning, we have seen reductions in visibility here at the Pocatello airport this morning with some of this blowing dust. And a look at the bigger picture for you guys. So here's that main circulation still off the coast, slowly meandering north. But what the system's going to do over the next couple days is eject a cutoff low that'll work into our area for the weekend. That'll help support some continuing precipitation chances ahead of a more well-defined trough moving in for early next week. In your weather outlook for the next 5 days, main concerns today will just center around a chance for some showers. Isolated thunderstorms certainly possible. Best chances as you head further west into central Idaho. But for heading into tonight and tomorrow, that's where we're going to see the rain, snow showers return across the area. It'll be a little bit tough there when it comes to snow levels, especially where we see some more moderate to heavy bands of precipitation for Saturday. So I'll be kind of showing you some potential solutions on that here later in the presentation. But as you can see, relative break there on Sunday as moisture shifts north and east up into Montana and Wyoming, ahead of our next round of rain and snow coming in for Monday, trending all snow as we head into Tuesday. And temperatures out there for you today, starting off the day in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Afternoon highs noticeably cooler than where we've been the last couple days in the 40s and 50s. And precipitation amounts for you today. Overall, best chances are going to be remaining confined up into the mountains. We are seeing some rain, snow showers ongoing across eastern Idaho this morning, as evident by this radar imagery. As you can see right here, turn on that precipitation mode. Just a mix of rain and snow showers working into Wyoming this morning. But as you can see, plenty of dry air building in on the backside. And wind gusts out there today, we are seeing again some breezy winds behind that front helping to kick up some dust, but overall wind gusts should stay about 25 to 35 miles an hour. And heading into Saturday, another cool morning, teens, 20s, and 30s to start things off. Afternoon highs actually trending a bit below normal for most, in the 40s to low 50s. And for Saturday, this is where we're going to be talking timing here over the next couple days. So as you can see here, this is the NAM model on the left, her on the right, starting us off at about 6 a.m. this morning. These are shown in Zulu time, so just subtract 6 hours from that to get the local time. But as you can see, really dry conditions building in for much of the morning hours. A little bit more active as you head further west and further north as our next system begins to move in. But Southeast Idaho really won't see an uptick in activity until we get to this afternoon and evening. Primarily some isolated scattered showers in our mountain regions, more active as you get further west, but that'll change overnight tonight. So as these showers kind of dissipate after sunset into the overnight hours, our next wave of moisture will begin to build in for Saturday morning. And with this, we are going to see some decently moderate to heavy bands build in on the leading edge. So as you can see, NAM and her model have that band working into around Jerome, Burley, Twin Falls, Magic Valley region tomorrow morning around sunrise. But the bigger thing is, are we going to see a changeover to snow with this, with temperatures in the morning in the low to mid 30s? So that'll be an area we're keeping an eye on, especially as you head into right around sunrise, a couple hours after. Might be just cold enough where we see accumulating snow across some of our lowest elevations down there. But as you can see, as we head through the daytime hours and begin to warm up, we are going to be transitioning to mostly rain across our lowest elevations. But where we see some of that more enhanced moderate to heavy bands at times, a changeover to snow and or moderate to heavy rain may be possible with this system. But overall, mix of those rain and snow showers will continue all the way through Saturday, and some wraparound moisture continuing into Sunday, favoring the eastern highlands. Her drops off here. NAM keeps us going all the way into Sunday, again highlighting those concerns up around Island Park. But for the rest of the area, outside of the Montana Divide area, should be a beautiful day there on Sunday. And precipitation for you on Saturday. Again, this is where we're talking those different scenarios. So overall, we're still looking at some light precipitation overall, maybe a trace to a couple inches in the valleys. But you see these lower elevations, lower Snake River Plain around the Magic Valley. Doesn't have any snow in the latest forecasts, but wanted to show you some of those models that do show the potential there for a changeover quicker than we expect across those areas. So certainly something to keep in mind for tomorrow morning. And wind gusts on your Saturday, still keep it with some breezy wind trends, gusts about 30 to 40 miles an hour, strongest up around the Magic Valley. And for Sunday, a little change in temperatures. If you enjoy temperatures at or below freezing and highs in the 40s and 50s, that'll be the going trend here for the next 3-4 days. So highs again for your Sunday in the 40s and 50s. And precipitation on Sunday, again, departing system out the door there for northeastern areas. So we're just looking at maybe a couple inches of snow up along the Montana, Wyoming border regions, but fairly dry conditions out there for your Sunday ahead of our next system rolling in later in the day Sunday into Monday. And wind gusts on Sunday, noticeably quieter, but still seeing gusts about 20 to 30 miles an hour. And heading into Monday, this is when we're going to kick off a more active stretch as a more well-pronounced upper-level trough swings overhead. So some much colder temperatures coming in for the early parts of next week. But we'll start things off on Monday just about where we've been, teens, 20s, and 30s. Afternoon highs still hanging out in those 40s and 50s. And here comes our first wave for Monday. So typical with these events, we're going to start off on the bit of the warmer side as a warm front lifts north. So with that, mix of rain and snow across our lowest elevations. But as you head into the high country, particularly up around the central mountains and along the Wyoming border region, that's where we're expecting some of those heaviest totals for your Monday. And wind gusts, we'll see a ramp up on Monday as we get some stronger winds in here. Wind gusts about 30 to 45 miles an hour. And for Tuesday, this is when that cooler air mass is going to set up. So we're going to see teens, 20s, and 30s in the morning, which will actually support that better snow potential throughout the day there on Tuesday, especially during the morning hours. But as we head into the afternoon, well above freezing across the Snake River Plain, but still in the mountains, more near freezing conditions in those 30s. And snowfall amounts for you on your Tuesday, again, across the Snake River Plain, amounts generally faring fairly light. Again, we're several days out on this, so we'll be updating you daily as we get closer to this, but generally a trace to a couple inches possible. As you head up into the high country east of I-15, certainly some higher totals out there in that 2 to 6 inch range in the valleys, 6 to 12 in the mountains, and that kind of continues up into central Idaho as well. And a look at wind gusts on Tuesday. This looks like it's going to be the windiest day of the period as that colder air comes rushing in from the west. We'll see gusts about 30 to 50 miles an hour. And a look at what's to come. Not that I need to tell you there, but temperatures are going to be trending below normal as we head into the first part of April, out of the influence of that more active pattern across the west, well above normal temperatures to our east. And precipitation outlook, that April 2nd through 6th time frame does keep our area in that leading above normal category for precipitation. 8 to 14 keeps us in that below normal favored range for temperatures, so overall staying fairly cool over the next couple weeks. So if you enjoyed those highs in the 60s and 70s, those will likely be the warmest temperatures we see here until we get into mid-April at the earliest. So several weeks out on more warmer temperatures building back into our area. And 8 to 14 generally keeps us in that unsettled pattern as we head through the 10th. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Friday.